Somebody must have saw Royal signing himself up.
Night Riders.
What?
Night Riders, the men who pretend to be in the Ku Klux Klan.
Is that what they tell you in the city? Ain't nobody out here pretending to be in the Klan. What come last night was the real thing.
They dragged him outside and they whipped him.
I knocked the hood off. And I saw a face. It was one of the men I seen in the Klan parade and passing out those little sheets of paper in town. You don't have to tell me nothing about the Ku Klux Klan. I know all I need to know firsthand. Mike, JJ, come on.
We now have 320,000 dues-paying members of the Klan here in Indiana. Almost 1 million have joined throughout the Midwest. But gentlemen, our doors are only open to half the population. What about the women and children? Therefore, I have established Junior Klan for the boys, Triple Klan for the girls, for the women, Queens of the Golden Mask. How's that sound to you fellows?
$5 for mom to join, $1 for each kid.
Think all the robes will sell. Think of the next generation. All right, you boys know I'm going up to New York City with Hiram Evans to the Democratic National Convention. I don't want you sitting on your butts while I'm gone. We're going to be a family in this. If you need to talk, you can come to me. Just think of me as the old man. Go ahead, let me hear you say it.
The old man.
The old man. Sounds good. All right, you can go. Now you. When you have money and power, you have enemies, am I right? We need a security department.
Maybe we should hire the Pinkertons.
We need men we can trust. I've been talking to our friends in the State House. We can deputize some people. Our people.
You mean legal deputies sworn with badges?
I mean, we'll call it the Horse Thief Detective Association. I mean, it'll be like having our own army.
Steve, Miss Oberholzer is here.
Show her in. All right, you boys can go.
Thank you.
Madge, I wasn't supposed to pick you up for lunch for another hour, was I?
We won't be going to lunch today, Steve.
Madge, I'm leaving for New York tonight. I'll be gone for several weeks. I want to have lunch with you.
I met a family, a black family, whose barn was burned last night. The men who burned their barn wore hoods. They set fire to a cross in their front yard. A cross of fire. Sound familiar?
Oh, my God, Night Riders.
No, the men who did this were not Night Riders. Whatever that is, they were Klansmen.
These people pretend to be Klansmen.
A man was whipped, Steve. He saw one of the men doing the whipping.
It was dark. What could he see?
He doesn't know his name, but it was one of your men.
Man, sometimes in these little towns there'll be a drunk who beats his wife or a bootlegger who won't stop bootlegging, so the locals do something.
This man registered to vote.
Madge, honestly, if these men were Klansmen and I knew their names, I would prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
My friend won't press charges. He's afraid.
I'm sorry, Madge. I am. But it's not me. It's not my clan that would do this.
Then go and talk to him and find out who did this and press charges.
I can't do that, Madge. The accused has a right to confront his accuser. I wasn't there. I can't do that.
You mean you won't?
Madge. Madge, I believe I'm a good man. I believe the Klan is good. Don't damn us and don't damn me on account of a few evil outsiders. Madge, let this come between us. I need you. You and I, you. You're the best parts of me.
I need to think.
Madge. I don't want to lose you, Madge. I need you. You know that.
Please, Steve. I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
People of New York City, honorable delegates of this 24th Democratic National Convention, one man can lead this party. One man can refute the influence of our misguided friends who call themselves Klansmen. It is with great pride that I place before you our candidate for the Democratic nominee for President of the United States, Al Smith.
A fight is breaking out in the Iowa delegation. I see another in Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos reigns. This is a race for the nomination that just might well be a contest between the Pope and the Imperial Wizard. So solidly do the Catholic delegates support Smith and the Klan sympathizers support McAdoo.
They want Al Smith. They won't give up easily without him.
Well, we're reasonable men. We'll compromise.
Compromise on what? What exactly do you have in mind?
Well, maybe we can go to Smith's people. Get them to see things our way.
That's not the kind of compromise we're talking about.
Gentlemen, why compromise? If we want McAdoo, we should have him. Get rid of Al Smith any way we can.
Gentlemen, this is David Stevenson.
My name's Mike. Nice to meet you. My friends call me Steve.
Son of a gun, I've read about you, sir. You're all anyone talks about. They say you just about own Indiana.
Just about.
On this fifth day of the convention, now the longest in the history of the Democrats, we have just heard from former presidential nominee William Jennings Bryan. The 87th ballot has just been completed, and there remains a deadlock. It seems the Ku Klux Klan will not stop stonewalling. There is speculation that this may be the beginning of the end of the Democratic Party. Miles White has been on the convention floor for
Hard to
us.
believe, huh?
Miles, what is the attitude?
I mean, we'll be lucky if the party has a nominee at all.
There is great frustration.
It is hard to believe. Excuse me.
Also a sense that they are beginning to see the Klan in a different way. Everyone knew going into this
Madge. There was something I wanted to ask you.
Oh, what is it? I'm sorry.
Well, this is a bit awkward, but I just thought, well, I wondered. There's this new movie in town, The White Rose. Would you...
At this rate, your Mr. Stevenson will never be home.
He's not my Mr. Stevenson.
I guess not until you're his Mrs. Stevenson.
It's not a joke, Martha.
Sorry, I didn't mean...
I know, I just... Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Mr. Bryan, please understand, it's not our intention.
We've been at this for 6 days. There have been 102 ballots. You've got to stop tearing this convention apart.
Convention is a time for ironing our differences and forging a new direction for the party. Isn't that what we're doing?
Damn it, man, the American people are not going to elect Bill McAdoo.
And you, sir, cannot expect us to accept Al Smith.
We can't go on like this. The American people are going to lose their faith in the democratic process.
Withdraw Al Smith.
My people cannot and will not accept McAdoo.
Forget Smith, we forget McAdoo. Name a compromise nominee.
John Davis.
Davis it is.
That's that.
That's that for this election. In 28, there'll be no compromises. Our convention, our candidate. Bad day, boys.
Congratulations.
I didn't think he was going to take care of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir, no. I mean, I just don't see how you could be doing any better with Spain in that whole mess, especially with the Cuban situation. Of course, sir. Yes, sir. Well, your calls are welcomed anytime, sir. Bye-bye. Sorry for the delay, Cal Coolidge.
President Calvin Coolidge?
He calls whenever he needs advice or just a chat. I had his phone put in special. Direct line to the White House.
Do people actually believe that?
How can I help you today, Mr. Gurley?
Is Ed Jackson the Ku Klux Klan's candidate for governor?
Well, as far as I know, Ed Jackson is the Republican candidate for governor.
Come on, Mr. Stevenson.
Steve. Call me Steve.
Steve. Ed Jackson was going to be an also-ran. Then he starts courting the Klan, and now he's the odds-on favorite.
Maybe it's a sign that the people of this state are ready for some honest government.
Is it true Jackson stumps the state in your personal car?
Come in.
Pardon me. I tried Miss Oberholzer's office again. They still say she's not in.
Thank you, Pam. Look, if I think that Ed Jackson will make an honest, effective governor, you're darn right I want to see him get elected.
Enough to spend over $100,000 to see him do it?
I've never contributed a cent to Ed Jackson's campaign.
Well, how much has the Ku Klux Klan contributed then?
Every nickel that's been contributed has been a legitimate contribution to the Republican Party.
Except for your car.
My car. My car is a loan to a personal friend. Mr. Gurley. Good day.
It's a very nice painting, Mr. Stevenson.
Steve. Call me Steve.
Listen to this. The Klan was conceived in secrecy and bigotry and is dedicated to the principle that all men are not created equal.
What's that?
Boyd Gurley is saying that Ed Jackson is in the Klan's pocket. We should vote for McCulloch.
No, Boyd Gurley's an old flubadub.
What do you think, Clell? You heard anything about this down at the prosecutor's office?
Well, I've heard that there may be some less than above board activities. Just talk, though.
Oh, I'm sure it's talk. That's all it is. My Lewis is thinking of joining. He says quite a few gentlemen down at the bank are members, and they're quite above board.
Margie, it's for you. Mr. Stevenson. Madge.
Tell him I'm not here.
She's there. She's just playing with me.
The Times and the Post-Democrat are hitting us hard.
Use the cross. Sells more copies than their rags. Give it away if you have to.
They got a hold of our books showing Ed Jackson as a member.
Who the hell do they think reads those rags anyway? A bunch of Jew lovers and Catholics, that's who. Trying to destroy the dream. People are sitting on the fence about us, and we gotta make sure they fall off our way.
Well, maybe if you made a few more speeches, we might be able to do something about it.
I'm done making speeches!
Election's over. Final count is just in.
Yeah?
They won, Boyd. Almost every candidate Stevenson was backing has won. They took Senate seats and governor's chairs in Colorado, Oregon, Maine, Iowa, Kentucky, Oklahoma. Over a dozen states by last count. Ed Jackson is our new governor.
Somebody's got to stop this guy.
The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God, my strength, in whom I trust. I call upon you, Lord, because I'm so confused.
Can I pray with you, Madge? We've been talking things over since you were a child.
I don't think you can help me this time.
Such disrespect in this new generation. I'm a soldier of the Lord, Madge. Let me try.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's just that I'm so unhappy, so confused.
People gossip. Is David Stevenson the problem?
Do you know him?
Yes, and he's a fine man. He'll go far in this world.
Reverend, what do you think of the Ku Klux Klan?
The Klan began, Madge, with good intentions. It's true it lost its way for a time, but...
Do you really think they've changed?
I look around today and I see a new Klan. They support churches and hospitals, community chests and youth programs.
Yeah, and whip Negroes who would register to vote and use the cross as an image of hate.
Madge, David Stevenson is a good man trying to do the Lord's work. I can tell you from personal experience, that's not an easy job these days.
I know, Reverend.
Madge, the Klan is bringing people back to church. And in this age of godless socialism, that's good for our country.
Oh, I wish I could believe that.
You don't have to save up problems before you come and see me. And tell your parents I said that too. All right?
I will.
Good. God bless.
Each and every one of you is aware of the conservative nature of the recent elections. The legislature has interpreted those results as a mandate for action.
Sounds to me like we're getting the axe.
Nobody is getting the axe. There have been certain bills introduced that may eliminate many of the programs that we're asking for in the upcoming budget.
Well, that's the same thing, Harvey.
The following are the programs being targeted. The Farmers Supplementary Fund, the Interstate Roadway Development Study, the Young People's Reading Circle, the HKVF, the Great Lakes Shoreline Preservation Program.
We now have 5 million dues-paying members. That's nearly 10% of registered voters, committed, working for our cause. You've done a good job. Now I want you to have a reward, the ultimate reward.
What would that be, Hiram? Life everlasting?
I've decided to crown you as the Grand Dragon of the realm of Indiana.
Grand Dragon?
That's right.
Pouting isn't going to do any good.
I'm not pouting.
It's the reality of a new administration, honey.
It's not just my program. They're cutting everywhere. I mean, no one thinks if I do this, a child's going to go to bed hungry, or if I do this, a child won't learn how to read.
Madge.
Hello, Madge.
Dad, this is Mr. Stevenson.
Honored to meet you, sir.
I'm sure. I'll be in the house, honey.
Your father loves you very much. You're lucky.
Yes, I am.
My parents, well, I haven't heard from my parents in a long time. Will you take a ride with me?
I have to rake these leaves.
I want to show you something. Please.
What is this?
This? This is a crummy building. Come on.
Where?
Inside. Come on.
What's this?
This? This is what I can do. This is what the Klan can do. There are 500,000 people in the KKK here in Indiana, Madge. Some of them, a few, are backwards than me. Not all, not me. Don't continue to let something a very few men did keep us apart.
What about you? I mean, you, not your clan.
What about me? I'm a good man, a caring man, I think. Man who wants to make the world a better place. Same as you do, Madge. You want to make the world a better place? You're special. You have a dream. So do I. I'm about to go through the most important event of my life, and I can't think about anything but you.
The most important event of your life?
You're going to crown me Grand Dragon. You know what that means?
You turn green and grow scales.
It means I can do this all over the country. But I don't want to do anything without you, Madge. I don't want to do anything without you. I miss you. I want to share things with you.
It's also confusing, Steve.
I've never been touched in my life the way you touched me. Don't turn away from me, Madge.
Look at this. What time is it? Just after 3. The damn thing was supposed to start at 2:30. Where's Mellencamp? Where are the photographers? Boy, I got caught in traffic. I've never seen this many people before. Oh, Grady, how can this many people be duped? I don't know. Nothing about this guy checks out. He claims to be a war veteran. We finally got the reports back from Washington. Huh? He's never left the country. I don't understand it.
I'm sure he'll be here soon, sir. He was scheduled to be here at 9 a.m. this morning. We were.
Well, Steve has a real feel for the crowd. Sometimes he likes to be a little late.
What Steve likes isn't as important as what I like, Gentry. These things are run to suit me.
This is Indiana, sir.
said it was going to be a picnic.
Oh. Think they're gonna feed us dinner, too?
Of course they will, George, won't they? Of course. Nothing.
You think all these people are in the Klan?
Well, I suppose so.
I gotta tell you, you see a crowd like this, it's pretty exciting. I didn't know there were this many people in all of Indiana.
No.
I'm with you like this, I feel wonderful.
I think the next step would be Sunday dinner at my home.
No, the usual ponderous courtship, eh? What would you say if I asked you to come with me to Chicago tonight?
A gentleman wouldn't ask such a question.
I'm a dragon, a grand dragon. So enjoy yourself.
I wish I could, but it's hard to forget that in less than a week, the legislature's going to cancel my program and everything I've worked for will be swept into oblivion. Let's not dance anymore.
Let me ask you. If you could talk to these people and tell them why you think your program should be maintained, would you?
I have a few things I could say.
I can arrange that.
A meeting with the legislators?
If you want.
I want it very much.
It's yours. We have a dinner party. I invite certain key legislators, and you can twist their arms. How about tomorrow night?
Well, fine, but how can you get these people together so quickly?
The advantages of organization and caring.
That old boy could shoot the eye out of a lizard at 100 yards. You know, I heard that about him.
We'll trim the budget to an acceptable level, but there will still be a budget. Many of the social programs you're talking about will continue.
The Chosen.
That's right. The Chosen. We weigh cost and value, and we make a choice. That's called fiscal responsibility.
What about the young people's reading circle?
That's too early to know.
You won't pin him down, dear. He has to find out how to think first.
Shut up, Harriet.
Whoa, if Harriet's being critical, the party's a success.
Excuse me.
You want a drink?
No, thank you. I don't drink.
You will.
I'm very serious about my program. I wanted you to know that. I believe in its value.
Why tell me? So maybe I'll nag John into voting for it?
Yes.
There isn't a politician in that room who doesn't wet his pants when David Stevenson speaks. Think about that.
Yes, I do have an influence with these people. I contributed to their campaigns. I promoted them in the Fiery Cross. I turned out the Klan vote.
You own them.
Well, I certainly do influence them, yes.
Then influence them. I wish they would support it on its own merits, but at least you understand the importance of the book program.
Yes.
You do believe in what I'm doing, don't you?
Absolutely. And I'm willing to do anything I can to help, Madge. But I need your help, too. I need your attention, Madge. You're playing me like a champ. Always there, but not quite. Always just out of reach.
Have you been drinking?
You know I don't drink, Madge.
I can smell it.
I'm tired of playing, Madge. Come upstairs with me now.
I don't think we should continue this conversation.
Madge, we deserve each other.
We deserve to wait, Steve.
We've waited long enough.
I said I wanted green mints. I wanted orange mints or red mints. I'll ask for them. Now maybe you know what kind of mints the old man likes.
Is he drunk again? Can't you hear him?
I got that. I got that gun. I got that. I got that gun.
Get him tight. Get him.
I want you to take him home, make him rest, make him eat plenty of oranges, and keep the booze away.
Earl. Pour me a couple of fingers, will you, Earl?
How you doing, boss?
Thirsty.
You want something to eat, Steve? I could get you a couple eggs.
That'd be fine, Earl, after some whiskey.
Sure.
Who am I?
You're the old man.
Good. That's good. Here I am, the old man. I own the Klan, I own Indiana. 1928, I damn well will be the president of the United States. Seems that such a man as that ought to be able to do just about anything he wants to do, doesn't it?
Eggs will be ready in a couple minutes.
Go get my whiskey.
Can I go out and get you a woman, boss? I can go downtown and get you a couple of women.
I'm gonna get me a woman, Earl. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, I'll get it. Barbara's supposed to call. Hello?
Hello, Madge.
You shouldn't have called, Steve. There isn't anything to say.
No, not about us. No, that's all over. I'm sorry for the way that I behaved. I wish that it had gone differently, but that's all over now. Now there's only business.
What do you mean?
I mean that I need to talk to you about your book program. I'd come to you, but I'm packing to leave for Chicago tonight. So, may I send someone for you?
What about the program?
Well, the vote is in 3 days, and if I'm going to get the bill passed, I'm going to need to know some facts.
You're going to support the Young People's Reading Circle?
Yes, Madge.
Without obligation?
Yes, Madge. You were right. I was impatient. But, Madge, I still believe in you, and I still serve the greater good. And right now, I am in the middle of writing an editorial in support of your book program, and I need you to help me finish it. So, come on over and we'll see that the bill gets passed.
All right.
All right, then. I'll see you soon.
Come this way, please.
Thank you.
Miss Oberholzer?
Good evening, Madge. I'm very glad you could make it. Can I offer you a drink?
No, thank you.
We don't have much time. How long do you think it'll take to explain your program to me?
I don't know. An hour and a half, maybe less.
Gee, I don't know if we have all that time. Is the car ready?
Ready to go.
Where is everybody?
Well, I gave the staff the night off, Madge. Madge, here. I have something here I'd like you to try. I think you'll love it.
I don't want to drink.
I insist.
Maybe my coming here is a bad idea. We can talk when you get back.
Nonsense. Why don't you come with me to Chicago? You can explain it all in the car.
I don't want to go, Steve.
Drink this.
It smells like ether.
Drink it.
Oh, God, Steve, no. What's that? Oh, God, I feel like I'm going to be sick.
Just a little laudanum to help you relax. You're one of the more tense people I know, Madge. Now, why make the world a better place if you can't enjoy it?
Put her in the car.
We're all gonna take a little trip.
Your attention, please. Now leaving track 8, train 517.
I've got 3 tickets for Chicago, luxury compartment.
What are you gonna do, Steve?
What's the name of that small town just before the state line? Hammond. You drive up and meet us there.
No, Steve.
See you in Hammond, huh? Come on, Madge. Move. Come on, sweetheart.
What are you doing? Where are you taking me?
Shut up. And stand up straight. You look like an old drunk, Madge.
I don't want to go. I want to go home.
Look down here. Look down here, damn it. Now, I want you to stop all this nonsense, Madge, and get on the train. I don't want you to look at anybody. Don't talk to anybody. Now move.
Please let me go.
Shoot, Madge. You're about to have the time of your life.